Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to give you guys a rundown on this new bottle cart. I've had a small portable set for a long time, and I went ahead and upgraded to a larger set here a couple weeks ago, and I went ahead and made a cart for it. I think it turned out pretty nice. First and foremost, this clamp mechanism that kind of goes around here. Most of them are just going to use a chain, which is totally fine, and you know, it works, but this is really secure. You have a little bit of play with this smaller bottle here, but when I upgrade to a larger tea bottle, that'll be just fine. But even with that slop in there, that bottle's not going to go anywhere. It's just a piece of 7/16 rod that comes back through here, and then you just remove this with that big wing nut that I made. The base, that's all just broke 12 gauge, so nothing too heavy or too crazy there. And the kind of the main frame of it is some 2-inch square tube, and then the axle there is another piece of 2-inch square tube with a piece of 5/8 rod that runs inside of there. Did a nice little kind of sweep back here with some motorcycle style handlebars, so I think that turned out pretty slick. And then I added a lifting hook here in case you ever need to get it in the back of a truck. This should probably be further up here, but I was worried about your chain or your strap or whatever coming up and smacking your gauges when you do a lift on it. But I think that if you were going to lift this into the back of a truck, you'd probably take your gauges off anyway. So, but that will probably work out just fine. I've seen a couple of things that you can buy online, and I think they thread on where the cap normally would go. I didn't want to ruin a cap to make one, so I went ahead and just made it like a slip over type deal here that kind of holds your hoses and maybe your face shield or whatever. The tires, those are just some old mower tires, riding lawnmower. Got them painted up a little bit, and they seem to be holding air just fine, so they'll work for my purposes. The toolbox here in the back, just for your torch set and your striker and whatnot. I'm hoping to upgrade to some quick disconnects, so that way I can always keep the torch in here, keep it nice and clean. One thing that I've noticed that irritates me is that most of the carts, they don't give you a spot to store your caps. I suppose you could store it in here, but that's going to be banging around your torch set and whatnot. So anyways, I added some hooks down here to just give yourself a spot to store your caps, and I think that's pretty slick. So anyways, pretty happy with how that turned out. I really like that clamp mechanism up there, really slick. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next video.